Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about three key elements of any successful job search in today's pandemic. The first is that you have an optimized target audience. Notice I use the word audience, not a target list. That target audience are the people that you're going to be reaching out to and engaging in an ongoing dialogue of networking and kind of discovery and making that kind of hidden job market come to you. So, first, obviously, leverage your network. In an earlier video, I talked about, successful techniques to ask for and then leverage referrals in playing the name game so that, every referral leads to another referral, leads to another referral. That's a critical skill set in making those jobs that are not listed on job boards or on the company's website come to you, bringing that hidden job market to you. The second element of a optimized target list is making sure that you're really taking a national scope to your search. One of the big changes in 2020 is that companies have discovered they don't have to just look in their local market for candidates. That, we're working from home and a lot of jobs are never going back to the office. So make sure that you're casting a wide enough net, but that net includes only companies that are growing. There are tens of thousands of companies in the continental United States. There is no good reason why you should have more than probably about 100 on your list. Because if you have 100, that means you're probably going to have 300 to 400 people in your target audience. So make sure that you're looking at companies that are, really doing well right now, that are growing, that are, if they're not in e-commerce, they're a partner to or supporting companies that are in e-commerce. And in an earlier video, I talked about fishing where the fish are. And that is a great resource to help you just identify those companies that are growing. The third element of your target list is making sure that it includes not only the decision maker, but the influencer and the informants. So as you're networking with a company, you're not just reaching out to the HR department. You're not just reaching out to the person who most obviously would hire you. There are a lot of other people involved in that decision-making process, and you want to have more information about the organization, their products, their services, so that you can engage all of them in a much more robust dialogue. A second key element of a job search strategy is having a responsive resume. What I mean by that is, anytime anyone writes a resume, it's a static document. It was what you thought was the best representation of yourself at that moment in time without reference to a specific company or a specific job. In one of my earlier videos, I talked about making sure that you optimize your resume for the specific job you're posting to or for the specific person that you're forwarding it to, so that it reflects any commonalities and, first and foremost, what's the syntax that organization uses in describing their jobs and their roles. You may both be talking about the same thing in your resume and on their job posting, but you're using different verbiage. Make your verbiage match their verbiage. The other thing is, are the industries or customers of your current or most recent companies similar to the organization that you're selling to? They could have very different services or products, but they sell to the same target audience. Whenever that's the same, that's a huge leg up. The third thing is that your resume is going to be forwarded to those decision makers, those influencers, and those informants at the appropriate time. But again, your resume is responsive to the needs and or eliciting a positive response from whatever element of that audience you're sending it to. And then lastly, you have a strategy of engagement with them and you're setting up an ongoing dialogue, not a one and done. You don't apply and hope you hear back. You don't reach out and connect and hope that they accept. You are prepared to engage them about themselves, about their company, about their products, about their services, news releases, anything that is really kind of driving the critical business initiatives or product initiatives or service initiatives that they have going on in their organization. People love to talk about themselves, their careers, their companies, and their products. So make sure that you're engaging them about them and not just about you. That way you can have an ongoing dialogue of back and forth and not a one and done. So those are the three key elements. One, an optimized target audience. Two, a responsive resume. And three, you are prepared to engage them in a dialogue and not a one and done. So I hope you found this helpful. And if so, give me a thumbs up. Apply to my YouTube channel for weekly updates on tips, tricks, and techniques to optimize your job search in the pandemic. And sign up for my newsletter. And don't hesitate to reach out. I love hearing people's feedback. Good luck, and the good news is people are getting jobs. You just have to be much more strategic in your search techniques.